And once you watch the conductivity, once it stabilizes, you're going to hit keep. And then a little box is going to pop up, and you're going to enter 0 for meaning you entered 0. You didn't put any drops of the salt in yet. Then you're going to go ahead, you're going to take the beaker away, and you're going to add 1 drop of the salt solution. And I'll show you that a drop is actually a kind of a scientific thing. A drop is not just a random number. It's actually an actual quantity. But you're going to add 1 drop, and you're going to stir it up pretty good. Then you're going to put the beaker back up into the probe. You're going to wait till it stabilizes. And you hit keep again. And you're going to type in 1, meaning you added a total of 1 drop. And then you're going to add another drop. Do the same thing again. And then you're going to tell it I added 2 drops, and then 3 drops, and then 4 drops. You go all the way up to 8. Okay, so you go eventually until you get to 8. Once you get to 8 drops, it tells you to press stop. Now here's the very crucial step. Okay. Of course, you got to just dump this stuff down the sink. You got to rinse the probe with water, follow that direction, dry off the probe. Okay, that's fine. This step right here. Prepare the computer for data collection. From the experiment menu, choose Store Latest Run. If you don't do that, you lose all your data. All right, read your directions. Okay, so when you Store Latest Run, what it's going to do, when it first collects the data, I'll say it in a second, it'll give you, every time you hit keep, it's going to put a red dot on the graph, right? And then you're going to get a bunch of red dots, 9 red dots, 0 to 8, right? Then when you say Store Latest Run, what it's going to say is, okay, now I'm going to get a new set of data, but I'm going to keep the old set of data on the same graph. And so I think what you start getting next is, I think, blue triangles, okay? So the next set, for the next salt, I will start having a set of blue triangles. And then I think after you do it the next time, you start getting like green squares. So you can tell the lines apart from each other. Follow me? Okay. So then you're going to go back and you're going to do the same thing for the AlCl3, starting out with just 70 milliliters of water, measuring it empty, telling it 0 drops, add the first drop, mix it, put it in the thing, stabilizes, keep, 1 drop, just keep doing that over and over. Once you're all done, you're going to do some analysis on the data, and this you can do together. It says click on the linear fit button, and this linear fit button is basically, it's like a curve with a linear line going through it. And when you select that, it's going to ask you what data runs do you want, and you're going to highlight all 3. Okay, and then click OK. I should say OK. And when you click OK, it's going to connect the dots with lines. All right. Then these data tables are going to pop up when you do that. And in that is going to be the value for the slope. You're not even going to have to calculate it. It's just going to be right there for you. And then you're going to need to print a graph off. So you have to label a few things before you print it. And when you print this graph off, let me know. I have a printer. I'll tell you what printer it is. And you're going to want to print a copy for each person in your group. Okay. Once you get done right here, you're done working together. All right. You've collected data. Now you're done. Okay. The rest of the stuff is just read the slopes off of here, record those, and then you got a few questions to answer. You're supposed to describe what your graph looks like. You're going to describe the change in concentration as NaCl solution was increased. And they want to know the mathematical relationship. Okay. You already probably predicted what's going to happen. As I add more drops, what's going to happen to conductivity? It's going to go up, right? But that's a mathematical relationship, and you got to figure out what the name of that mathematical relationship is. This is write a chemical equation for the dissociation of these guys. That's basically saying write those type of equations, the thing that we've been practicing, just starting to practice. So you want to write these dissociation equations for all 3. That's number 3 right here. And then last it says which graph had the largest slope, which had the smallest. And if they all had the same concentration, why are there different conductivities? Okay, so, all right, this is going to be interesting. Let's see, let's have Ethan help me here. So Ethan, if you'd come over here and you'd hold this, and I'll show you what to point at. And so you can get a lot of that from looking. Okay, so I'm going to X out of here. Okay, so no. Let's look at first, I'm going to have you do some